Anyone in this room LARP?
Am I in the room?
Yeah.
No.
Now I am. What's up?
Do you LARP?
I have LARPed. I'm not currently participating in a game actively.
Do you wish to tell us about it?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Tell us about it.
So I played in a game called Dystopia Rising.
We need that.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
go back
it translates.
Please go back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has rendered it too hard to actually do at this point.
Yeah.
If we can go back to the graph, that would be better. Nice.
Thank you.
Anyway, Boomer, go ahead.
So the idea of the game was a zombie apocalypse using some of the aesthetics from Walking Dead and stuff, kind of a lot of mushroomy zombies. There was something called the Grave Mind, which was some sort of giant evil psychic fungus that ate you when you died, and that's where the undead came from. It was a lot of fun making costume and prop elements, and every time you bust it up, you just get to be like, no, it's genre. Throw some more dirt on it, rip out those stitches, there you go.
Right,
and
it's supposed to be all messed up.
We went and running around in the woods, staying mostly at Girl Scout camps, and screaming really loud and pretending to run from zombies every weekend. Well, every couple weekends. It was good times.
Was there like a thing where if you people would get like got by the zombies and then become zombies?
Yeah, player characters, depending on what like subtype of people you picked, had 3 stats: your mental stat, your physical stat, and how many times you get to come back. So if you get dead, you go through the grave mind, it tells you some unpleasant things, you come back out, and then depending on your infection, when you've run out, you stop coming back as you, and you get to do a final walk where your character's zombie has to get put down by all your friends.
Ooh. Okay. That finishes the challenge. Thank you, Boomer. Unless anybody else LARPs and wants to talk about it. The closest thing I think the closest thing I've ever did to it was in university. There was the traditional gaming club, I think is what the trad game club or whatever, the ones who like play RPGs but also board games and other stuff like that. They were doing a weekend con type thing at the university, and they were doing a Call of Cthulhu one shot, but it was spread all around campus. So you had to go find buildings and go find classrooms and stuff and go in there, and there would be people in there dressed in like monk robes and stuff, sitting in salt circles or like doing whatever. And then you had to like call, like there's like, oh, we have a phone number, so you'd call the phone number, and then a phone would ring, and the guy would pick up and answer it, and he's like, security or warehouse or whatever it was you were calling, and you'd have a session with them over the phone real quick where they'd give you some information, but you had to ask the right questions and then hang up the phone and move on. Very heavy improv based kind of idea, but they had a whole story they were building, and our team managed to finish all the things we needed to do first, which meant that we got to go to the finals, which meant that we had to, anything that we had come up with and figured out, we could use that for the last performance to finish the play, essentially, to finish the whole story off. But we had to do that in front of everybody else who was at the convention as well. We had to do it like in the middle of the entire room. It's a very interesting way to do it. It's fun though.
It's almost like a combination of like doing like a murder mystery party.
Yeah.
Combined with sort of more improv stuff.
It felt like very much like a rally kind of thing too, where it's like you're going from place to place, you're trying to hit all your checkpoints and do all your things. And,
right. Yeah.
It was fun.
The closest I've come to that, there was a group called the Empty Chest in Vancouver that runs events, or I don't know if they still do, but they did a Halloween event at one point where it was in a park, and they set up, everyone was in these elaborate costumes and all dressed up, and they were all playing different NPCs, and you went in as an adventurer, right? And they sent you on different quests, and you would have to go talk to the different NPCs, and like there was one you were trying to solve a murder mystery, one you were trying to, you did like an archery challenge with like LARP arrows. Like it was extremely elaborate. It was super fun. And then there was also like, once you got your adventurer certification, you could go do a quest where you actually had to go fight, orcs or goblins or whatever,
All right.
with archery arrows, or the
like LARP archery
Yeah,
arrows
yeah.
where they've got the soft tips. So yeah, my partner and I went and did that, and we put on like our best fantasy warrior outfits or whatever. And when we finished you're supposed to go in, get your adventure certification, do one of the boss fights, and then leave.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, so that they had room for. But I don't know if one of the actors made a mistake or whatever. But we got through the boss fight, did that, and then they sent us on another quest.
Oh.
So we're like, okay, I guess we're gonna just keep going. And eventually we got, and one of the people was like, how long have you been here? And we're like, oh, how many coins do you have? And we've got so many more coins than you need to become an adventurer, because we've done that and we've gone through and we're basically trying to check off every quest you can possibly do at this point. And they go, well, you're dressed up really good and
doing the
you're in
completionist
character,
run.
yeah, so we'll let you stay here. But
That's awesome.
yeah, it was super cool.